It's now time to go over to the officers' news, and we've moved locations up onto the Riviera deck here, and good evening or good afternoon to Dr. John Evans.
Good afternoon to you, Colonel. And for the last time, from me to all our Channel 4 viewers, here is the officers' news for this evening, Sunday, September the 14th. Today, the captain hosted a party for all crew members on the mooring deck. It was his way of saying thank you to all the ship's company for their efforts during the long Alaskan season. Thank you, Captain Crichton. We all enjoyed ourselves, and what excellent fish and chips. All officers are, of course, looking forward to warmer and sunnier climates. With Mexico just around the corner, all the Bureau girls have already started on their diets and are already applying copious quantities of suntan creams. We look forward to seeing all those naked bodies again exposed to the elements. But whether Nigel Abbs will allow Chrissy LeConte to appear topless again this year remains to be seen. We can but live in hope. The other hot news from the Bureau concerns Phil Prescott. Phil Prescott wasn't well at all last week. No definite diagnosis was reached, but several people considered that the problem was acute emotional involvement. Gail, one of our lovely dancers, was a frequent visitor to his sickbed, and it seems the twice daily treatments have done their job. He's now much better. Janet, our other lovely dancer, was also not too good last week. When I learnt this, I told her to come up and see me sometime. She replied, "No chance. You'll only put something very, very sharp in my bottom." Janet also seems to have recovered without any further treatment. In fact, the whole of the entertainment department have been saying some very funny things. Helen Stewart, our lovely Aussie hostess, came out with the remark that she couldn't tell the difference between men and women when they were wearing trousers. This fascinated many of us, but David Pickrell sorted it all out by taking Helen to his cabin and explaining it all in words of one syllable. Tony Martin also got into trouble. He left the passenger cabin public address system hooked into the International Lounge during a rehearsal for It's a Small World. Passengers listening in their cabins to Channel 1 were horrified by some of the language used. Tony managed to explain it away by saying it was the only English that poor Cristiano could understand. This only leaves Joy left to the entertainment department. She appears to have been good. According to Cass, extremely good of late. Yesterday, we welcomed on board Mrs. Ken Hobbs, wife of our chief engineer. A warm welcome to you, Audrey. She has arrived in an attempt to sustain Ken during the pressures of the imminent dry dock, always a difficult and busy period for all officers. We also welcome on board Tom Walkington and Archie Ferguson, who have arrived from the UK to supervise the activities of the dry dock. Also welcome back to Third Engineer Paul Clasby and to Chief Officer David Lunn. We all, very sincerely, David, wish you all the best on your return to the West Coast. Tony Chadwick, however, is most upset that he was not considered capable of organising the dry dock period. Luckily, Phyllis has again been able to console him. She must be very good at consoling people. The hot news. Captain Townsend has got very upset over the loss of his shirt, and he can't remember in which cabin he left it. He makes a special request to all our female crew to make a thorough search of all their cabins in case they can find it, as it is apparently of great sentimental value. In an attempt to soften the blow, the officers had a whip round and would like to present him with his slightly worn ex-Mexican naval shirt, so at least he's got something to wear. Several officers attended Angie Collins' excellent birthday party in the crew mess. White minks have now been banned from the ship on the direct orders of both the captain and the deputy captain. Apparently there was an awful lot of fog around the bridge that night and the following morning. Again, several officers had difficulty getting a taxi home, but all eventually made it safely to their beds. The Jackie Stewart escort service functioned efficiently, but getting glitter, makeup, out of a beard is apparently quite difficult. The rest of the deck department, by comparison, have been quite quiet. Even Tony Omans has fallen on hard times and was seen retiring to his cabin with a copy of The Hustler. Feeling better now, Tony? All quiet on the radio front. Peter Hanna continues his nocturnal flute recitals and has strict orders not to let me make any more radio telephone calls to the UK after midnight. The last one really got me into trouble, as Susie thought I might have had the odd sherbet. I did, of course, but no more white minks. Many congratulations to Raymond, Assistant Maitre D, on his magnificent salmon. What a beauty. Both I and John Blythe are extremely envious of his achievement. Sylvia, our lovely nursing officer, seems to have settled in well. and he's been chased around the ship by Taff Arnold. She knocked him back, as she didn't like his jokes, and in any case, men were only after one thing. She also had a very, very busy week vaccinating all the Goanese before they return home to Goa at the dry dock period. Jerry and Mirko have continued on their diets, but as yet there is no visible evidence of any success. Jerry stated that the only thing that seemed to be getting any smaller was his, I better not say that, but I leave it to your imagination. But I have given him some cream to rub on it, and hopefully it'll all be all right. Rod Blackburn has acute pre-dry dock depression, but this unfortunate state may also have resulted from the fact that the Crufts Dog Society have refused his entry for their next year's show. Apparently, there is no such breed as the American trouser-sniffing hound. Together with Deputy Captain Steve Townsend, I leave the ship next Saturday. Steve is off to the Canberra to take all Captain Bradford's telephones. Myself, it may be a term of porridge at Bristol Prison. If it is, farewell to all my friends on this super ship, and I wish you all well in the very difficult period which faces you ahead. A special thanks to you, Colonel, for all the work that you've done. Channel 4 has certainly been the success story of the year, mainly, I'm sure, due to your efforts. Well done, John, and the whole ship will miss you when you leave on Saturday. Our love to Cindy. Before you leave, John, on behalf of the officers, we'd like to give you a small token to say thank you for what you've done for us.
Oh,
Full of money.
thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, John.
Well, you do it.
This is a surprise to me.
Save the script, you never know who might want it. I think there's two of them.
Yes, this is a surprise to me as it is to my cameraman Malcolm. Thank you very much there, John. That's
a nice Waterford brandy glass for you and Sydney to drink the health of the ship when you're home on leave now, John.
Really appreciate that, John. I think this will end the news here, as there's nothing else to do. So this has been Colonel John Kling signing off for the last time for the Alaskan season on Channel 4 News, and I'll be back from Mexico, and we'll see what format Channel 4 News takes them. And I'll send you a postcard in Bristol Prison, John.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Okay.